Oh, here we are. I want to do a quick video today on an auction that I've been looking at since the weekend. I planned to do it yesterday, but things got a little tied up, as many of you know. But there is a sale coming up in Boston in about a week that is maybe the best opportunity that's come along in the last 10 or 15 years to buy amazing Chinese export porcelain in an auction that appears to have no reserves. And it's going to take place here at Michael Grogan's, Grogan and Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, if you want to preview this sale, go to their website directly. Do not use Invaluable or Live Auctioneers because the images on their site are much clearer. They enlarge better. They're sharper. They seem, for some reason, the images on Live Auctioneers appear to have been downgraded somehow. They pixelate a great deal when you enlarge them. So go to the Grogan website, groganco.com, and check it out. You can open an account there, by the way, and you can bid online. And if there's ever been a sale where I say just go through and carpet bomb the place with auctions, this is it. The first thing that you're going to notice is that the estimates are insanely low. Insanely low. And this, I don't know who this collection is, but it's a very good collection. It's 485 lots. It includes porcelain, silver, lacquer, fans, some silk, a bunch of very good China trade paintings dating from the 18th and into the mid 19th century, and on and on and on. I'm going to go through a few of them just to show you what it is I'm talking about. The sale is on the on the 16th, August 16th at 10 a.m. In Boston. Okay, but you can bid through this website. It's a very good website, by the way. I know Michael. I've known him for many, many years. He used to work for Sotheby's years ago, and he opened his shop in Boston, I guess nearly 40 years ago now, 35, 40 years. Been here a long time. Sold a lot of great things over the years. But here's just a rough look at of the sale right off the top. And you'll notice all of the estimates are under, basically 99% of this sale, the estimates are under $500. Many of them are just a couple of hundred, 100 to 200 for armorial plates and all this other stuff. And what that's signaling is there are no reserves in this auction, no reserves. So go through and just lay it out. And you're going to see some great examples in here. Just hit this thing with bids constantly. There is the Arms of the King of Rockingham, a sauce boat and two plates, estimated at just $400 to $600 for them. I would think each of the armorial plates is worth $600 or $700. So this lot should bring $1,500 to $2,500 minimum. All right. And then over to, and this is going to be going on the whole time I'm talking. The estimates are just crazy. You have this, another one, Arms of Garfoot, circa 1765, Qinlong period. Wonderful set of three platters, an octagonal platter, and then two big platters. They are in beautiful condition from what I can see. This is a really good collection. I don't know who it belonged to. I'm sure we'll find out later. But an outstanding set of plates. These are estimated to $700 to $1,000 for all three of them. All right. An armorial plate with a pattern that's very closely related to the Rockefeller pattern. But this one is an armorial example right here. The gilding is all in great shape. There are also some Rockefeller pieces. We're going to be coming to this, about, I think, 5 or so lots of Rockefeller pattern with multiple pieces in each lot. Estimated at $200 to $400. This should bring $1,500 to $2,500. And then a very, very rare miniature side handle chocolate pot with a squirrel on the heraldic crest. And this is the Arms of Sickerman. And very, very rare, early Qinlong period, made between 1735 and 1740. Extremely rare, though. This pot is just 5.5 inches tall, tiny, very, very rare, $200 to $300 estimate. And then over to this, a Portuguese market armorial tureen bearing the arms of Araujo. This is a bowl, a cup. Well, it's a small, like a waste bowl and saucer, and two plates. The plates, let's see how big are they? They're 9 3/4 inches, estimated at $200 to $300. And the thing that really struck me is that look at the quality of the decoration here, the cherubs and everything. There's no wear. Most of these pieces are in outstanding condition. Condition, all the way around. Absolutely great. And then there's this Swedish market, armorial plates bearing the arms of Grill. So that whoever had these obviously has records on all of them. They probably came out of Howard's book on armorial wares. Here you have two of them. These are Swedish armorial pieces, as you know, can be incredibly elaborate and ornate, look like this. They're very much very similar in many ways to how some of the French plates appear, French armorial wares. And this is a beautifully decorated pair of plates, lots of gilding, lots of flourishes, lots of everything. All right. And estimated at $500, $800 for the pair. And as you know, Swedish armorial plates bring thousands. And then there's this, a cornerless pronk pattern boat of the fisherman. There are three of these in this sale in different colors. All right, there's a pink one, there's another one. I don't remember the exact color palette. Estimated at just $500 to $1,000. This is a very rare cornerless pronk plate. In this pattern with this color. The fisherman plate was made fairly often, but this one with the gilded edges, intact gilded edges all the way around, a great piece of porcelain, should bring $3,000-4,000. And then over to this. This is one of the most beautiful plates. This is a very, very interesting plate. It's a Famille Rose Kent on Taoist Immortals Charger. 18th to early 19th century with the ducks in the middle. We've seen these before. This is a really good one. Really good. Just monumentally well decorated. Just a beautiful piece of porcelain. And you'll notice that, again, there's hardly any wear at all to this. I don't even see any wear on this. And this is a nice antique plate. He did not include pictures of the backs of the plates because I don't think he felt there was a need because these are so well known. This plate is just a hair under 14 inches in diameter. The last one of these we saw that sold, seems to me it brought $2,000 or $3,000. This is estimated at $400 to $600. And then over to this, another rare bird, one of these very, very intensely decorated underglazed blue plates with a parrot on it. With an armorial crest at the top. You may remember a few months ago there was one of these very similar quality that wasn't armorial, but had this high quality of underglazed blue decoration, and it had been broken into a dozen pieces. You may remember it. It sold for $3,500. All right. This is not that much different. It has the crest appears circa 1731, so Yongchen period. Estimated at $300 to $500. It's got one bid right now of $150. This should bring several $1,000s. Like I said, if you're a serious export buyer and you want to take a shot at this, go ahead. If you've ever wanted to own part of the DeWitt Clinton service, one of the most famous services ever made for the American market, 1798 to 1810, here it is. You've got a large platter and three plates in assorted sizes plus a cup. The estimate is just $500 to $1,000. As you know, each one of the plates is worth that. It is a absolutely wonderful example of this pattern, and it looks like it's in stupendous condition. It looks like it's in absolutely great condition, and they even have immortals dancing around the rim of the pattern. It's very, very nice, and there's the DeWitt Clinton monogram on it. All right, these are what the real ones look like. Absolutely outstanding colors, outstanding. All right. I know this. I'm probably getting too excited here, but this is really an amazing thing. I've seen some good auctions and collections in the Boston area come to the market over the years. This is the kind of thing that are here. And every once in a while, one of them breaks loose. In this case, Michael Grogan got it. Probably, his offices are right on Charles Street. Somebody in the area, probably a Beacon Hill, came down and went to talk to him. You have this. Again, absolutely fantastic service of they call these palaceware chargers. They're not really quite chargers. They're 11 inches in diameter. They have that border, again, very, very similar to the Rockefeller border. These are not Rockefeller, but with all the figures, the mythical figures floating in the sea and foam coming up and so forth. Very unusual. Very, very unusual. These look like $2,000 a piece plates to me. And then over here, these are some of the Rockefeller patterns. And here you have two tureens and two platters. All right. The height of, the length of the underplates are 8 inches in length. And you have two tureens, two platters with an $800 to $1,200 estimate. And many of you may recall a few weeks ago there was just a single Rockefeller plate that sold that was in this condition. Condition is very important on Rockefeller pattern porcelains, and these look to be in great condition and very, of course, the finest quality. The gilding, it looks very, very good. The gilding over the top of the tureens look good. The gilding, the tureens are shaped very fine, really, really fine work. I figure each tureen and under tray should bring 5,000 a piece, so maybe 7 or 8,000 for the lot, maybe more. It's hard to say because pieces of this quality in this condition don't come up that often, especially in a massive load like this. And then this is a 16-inch, almost 17-inch, 16 and 7/8 Mandarin plate from the first half of the 19th century. Look at the colors, brilliant colors, heavily applied. This was top quality stuff. Plate was probably done around 1820, 1830. I don't know what their date, if they've dated it. They just say 19th century. Estimated at $200 to $400. The last one of these that came up a few months ago, it was on eBay, that was close to this quality, and I think it went for $1,800, and it wasn't as good as this one. All right, we talked about it in one of the videos a few weeks ago. I remember it. And then this is, I've never even seen this pattern before. This is dragons coming up out of the ocean, climbing over blue rocks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 dragons. And then you have all the figures around the exterior, sort of in a landscape setting, with this wild scene in the middle of dragons coming up out of the ocean. Absolutely amazing piece of porcelain, 9 3/4 inches in diameter. It's got a $100 to $200 bid. I'll be surprised if this goes for under 700, 800. It's a beautiful piece of porcelain. And then on the silver, you have this. There's a significant number of Chinese export silver. Apparently, most of them are signed. They didn't put the marks in. You're going to have to, if you want, you're going to have to get a hold of them and get pictures of the marks, and then go look them up on the Silver Book over on the bitamount.com reference library and the Silver Manual over there. English form Chinese export silver from the early 19th century. And here you have this wonderful set of peppers, very, very unusual. And there's a whole group of them, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of them. 9 of them. 4 pairs. No, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9. It says four pairs. There's actually 4 pairs plus 1. Estimated at 1,000 to 1,500. The value of this will depend on who the silversmith was. But if you can get the mark, go look it up. That could be a very good transaction for somebody interested in Chinese export silver. And then this, an amazingly rare piece of Chinese silver, and this is done by Li Qing, a Chinese silver condiment statue, circa 1850. And it is, how tall is it? 6 inches tall. This is an absolutely charming piece of silver. Very unusual, extremely unusual. If you like rare China trade things from the 19th century, this is maybe one of the holy grails. I think this is a great thing. I don't know if the Peabody Museum has one of these or not, but in the Forbes collection, but Crosby Forbes' old silver collection, which was one of the best in the world, this is a very good looking piece if you like Chinese silver. Terrific. And then over here to the fans, look, a Hong fan painting. This is one of the rarest birds there is in China trade. A fan painting, lacquer blades, beautifully gilt decorated, mid-19th century, 1850, 1860, with the Hongs in the background, and then the sort of classical terrace scene on the left, and an interior scene, on the right, and an interior scene on the right, on the left. Absolutely rare. The estimate on it is peanuts, $500 to $1,000. I would expect this fan to bring 2,000 to 3,000, maybe more. So if you're a fan buyer, go check it out. I think there's 5 or 6 great fans in here. Really, really good ones. Here's another one. This one is on wood and looks like ivory blades, but they're probably legal because it doesn't amount to a huge percentage of the piece. Again, another Hong scene, pierced fan with European cherubs flanking it and clusters of flowers, done sort of in the manner of Sung Kwa. on the sides, and then this beautiful small vignette scene framed by flowers of the boats and the hongs. All right, again, second half of the 19th century, probably 1860 or so, $300 to $500 estimate ought to bring about 6 times that. All right. And then over here to the pictures, there are a whole slew of very good China trade pictures. Porcelain. This one is of the porcelain factories. That's why I'm picking it, because many of you I know like porcelain. Um, and here it is. But the pictures here you see enlarged, and they're nice and sharp and clear, and you can really see what it is they're showing. And here they are preparing bowls and mixing clay over here and so forth. And then this one, let's see what they're doing. Okay, yeah, this is the beginning of preparing the clay. They're proportioning the clay and the contents, mixing it, crushing it, getting it ready to be washed. If it hasn't already been washed, maybe it has. No, I don't think it has. It still looks like loose clay, and they're out there working the clay in this sort of amazing scene at one of the up in Jingdezhen. But very interesting paintings, and there are a lot of paintings in here. I'll go back over to this. And hold on a second. We'll go into the catalog again. All right, there we go. Go over to page, I think it's around page 8. We'll take a look at some more of the paintings. The paintings are great. There's some very, very good paintings, including reverse on glass. There's a couple of export cloisonné chargers. There's a pair of Beijing enamels. Here's some of the silver. Like I said, there's quite a bit of silver here, including a really nice Li Qing mug that's estimated at just $500 to $1,000. Ought to bring a lot more than that. Ought to bring 2 or 3,000 at least. And then you have these English silver forms, a very fine pair of mother of pearl game counter boxes. And there's an interesting, nice little lot over here, Chinese carved lift top tea caddy and boxes. If you're into lacquer and tea wares, you want to definitely look at that. There's actually a China trade hand carved sofa, a China trade hardwood cylinder desk with $3,000 to $5,000 estimate. This is if you've been wanting a really great piece of Chinese export furniture. This is probably it. Cylinder desks are incredibly rare in China trade, and this one looks like a nice one. Good wood selection, well done drawers. They look like Pactong handles on here, and it's only estimated at $3,000 or $4,000. It should bring 15 to 20, I would think. But you don't know. It's an auction, and it's unreserved from all I can tell. These are some of the paintings. Reverse on glass. These are all reverse on glass paintings from the 19th century. And then you have some miniatures. Then you've got the Great Pagoda. It's attributed to Nam Chiang. And you have the Whampoa Pagoda. That's also the Whampoa Pagoda. They've got it twice. And then there's a slew of watercolors on paper from here and then going to the next page. All right. All I can say is if you're a serious China trade collector and you want to take a shot at something and you've saved up some money, this is a real opportunity. You got a shot. It may be a blowout. Maybe nobody will get, everything will go through the roof, which can certainly happen with unreserved auctions. But from what I'm seeing, this is a terrific auction to participate in, and it's going to be a real test of the market. You're going to know what Chinese export wares are worth, and this is over. This auction will probably make the news. In a sort of big way in the Chinese export community. It's going to be a barometer of where the export market stands, because as you know, it's been sort of soft for the last 15 or 20 years since the American furniture market fell off in the late 1900s. Right up to around 2000, 2003, 2004, it really started to fall off, and all of these things fell off as well. Now there's a giant collection coming on, 485 lots, and it looks like there's probably 1,500 or so pieces in this sale if you multiply it out, and because you have many lots with multiple items in it. Heck of an auction. This is just on page 1, and there's some rare forms in here. There's also a very rare pair of open salts from the Yongchen to early Qianlong period in porcelain, extremely rare. But lots of armorial pieces, lots and lots of armorial and serving pieces and hollowwares and all kinds of stuff. So, at any rate, check this out. I'll put a link to the site down below here so that you can just click and go over. But you only have got about a week. And if you're serious, I'm urging people to go after this auction. Get condition reports, of course, and just register, give them your credit card, and just go back and just carpet bomb this thing with starting bids if you don't want to follow it and bid the day of the sale. Because I think you're going to see there will be some bargains when this is over, and I would love for you guys to get them. Horrible of me to say. I know Mike will probably call me up and yell at me, but no, he won't. He's a good man. But this is a heck of a good auction. It really is. It's one of the best auctions I've seen of export wares in a couple of years. The last really good one was at Bonham's, as you may recall, the Cohen & Cohen sale, and this is also a great sale. So check it out. All right. I'll be back later in the week with a regular video. And thanks so much. And thank you for all your kind comments from yesterday's news about the Bidamount Live site. It was very much appreciated. All right. Thanks so much. See you soon. Bye-bye.